Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bleu, and we're here back with another video. And look, we're here to learn. We're here to understand the other sides. We're here to understand both sides, and we're here to just see things in a different light. One thing that I like about Charles Kirk is that he's not afraid to say that he's a Christian, and he's not afraid to talk to somebody about the Bible, just as long as they're willing to listen and like intentionally listening and not just in here trying to berate. He'll do what he can, but once it seems like it's going to get nowhere, for the most part, it seems like he's just going to stop the conversation, which as most Christians should do regardless, because at that point, they're not there to learn. They're just there to try to berate you and whatnot. So this video is actually interesting. It says that it takes more faith to be an atheist than a Christian. So Charles Kirk, of course, he's out there at the schools, doing his thing. And I guess an atheist, I'm maybe not an atheist, but I'm assuming that somebody that may not have a faith or whatever the case may be is, talking to him about being a Christian and whatnot. And they're just trying to get more information. So let's see what they're talking about, what he's talking about here. And then I get my 2 cents out.
So you seem rather fired up.
How are you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
I'll try to get my 2 cents at the end without stopping. The video is only 3 minutes, so I'm gonna try my best. Let's see.
I'm Opal.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What do you want to talk about?
What do you believe?
I don't know. What do you believe in?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Genuine question.
Yeah.
Do you expect?
I'm sorry. Is that Mr. Beast? Is that Mr. Beast? Look at him. Is that Mr. Look at his smile, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let me stop.
For you to say that I'm gonna disrespect you because of your beliefs?
No. It's just I don't know your religious views. I could guess, but I don't know.
I'm not religious. Haven't found a religion yet.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to recommend something to me.
I recommend Christianity. It's
Okay,
pretty
you
awesome.
have like a pamphlet or something?
A Bible. You could download the Bible app.
No, but I want it from you. You know so much.
Sorry.
But I
Yeah.
want from you. You know so much.
I know very little,
You got
but
this big ass head, but nothing.
I do have a.
Okay, so she came in with the intent to stir some stuff up, and she thinks that she's gonna stir up Charles, but I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be stirred up whatsoever. I thought it was genuine, but now I see it's not a genuine conversation. She came with an agenda. Let's see.
A big head. Yeah.
Do you have a Bible?
No.
You don't have anything to tell me?
Where do you think you go when you die?
Nowhere. Like nothing exists.
Why do you believe that?
Because that's science.
Science tells you go nowhere when you die?
Okay, well, can you explain if you think, okay,
Yeah.
you have this, what do you think happens? How do you think that works when we die, the science behind it?
Well, actually,
Genuine.
neuroscience has over 25,000 different pieces of evidence to show people have afterlife experiences in just the last decade.
Okay.
Every civilization in the history of the world has believed in an afterlife or a God.
Yeah.
Why is science right now when everyone else is wrong?
Because they didn't have the science and the modern technologies that we have now.
So what discovery has disproven the afterlife?
Probably scientific, but no one can actually confirm because unless you're coming back to life, then nobody can confirm that yet.
So
then nobody can confirm that there's nothing. Also, okay, I'm sorry, I stopped.
can't disprove it,
And you can't prove it either.
so it takes faith.
Yeah,
I have faith.
yeah, and I don't. And you know what? If you think that that's going to happen, then that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not
so,
mad at you for
so how
that.
did the world come into existence?
Big Bang.
So the Big Bang. So the Big Bang made space, time, and matter. What started the Big Bang?
No one knows. Not
Well,
God.
but the laws of physics mean that there must
How
be
did
a.
God get there? I'm confused. That's a genuine. Like everybody says,
but God
came first.
but
how
God
did it
always
get there?
is.
But how did it get there?
There's
That's my question.
That's a good question.
Okay, so what's the
So
same
Christianity
with
would argue that it is the Alpha and the Omega. It always is. But the universe had a starting point. So therefore, whatever made the universe predated the universe. That's God, isn't it?
I don't know.
If you believe in the Big
We
Bang,
can say there's a lot of different things, but why does it always have to come back to God?
well, whatever you can call it the idea of God. But if you believe in the Big Bang, which you say you did, it means that space, time, and matter had a beginning, which means that something made that beginning
Do
happen.
you believe in the Big Bang happening? Or do you
Yes,
think
I believe God started the Big Bang. He spoke it into existence.
He spoke it into you.
Yes.
I'm just still confused on how this
Well,
works.
because look, the first words of my Bible are the same of your view. In the beginning.
Okay.
You believe the Big Bang was the beginning. I believe in a Big Bang.
Okay.
So maybe God made it happen. But what's your explanation?
I don't have an explanation because I
No explanation.
don't
Okay.
study science, but I don't study faith.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You know, so I'm not gonna put bullshit on my ass to tell
No,
you in your face.
that's fine.
So interestingly enough, I wish the conversation was a little longer. I wanted to hear what she had to say. But for, again, I don't know who's what religion, whatnot. I just know that as time progresses, with the more that we have technology, the more that we're seeing out in space, this, that, and the third, the more that people are really understanding what's happening, seeing how science works, especially here on Earth. It's like I'm seeing more results being made and people being converted, that there is a God, there is a being that is above all of us, and it's not just things happen. That's kind of a crazy thing when you think about it. Life just happened. Yes, there's a molecular process that happens. Yes, there's ages and ages of evolution that happens. Yes, this is all true. But you can't tell me how everything started. There has to be something that started all this. Based off of what we know, something is started, something is created by someone. If the Big Bang is something that happened billions of years ago, it happened billions of years ago. Clearly, we can't get something from billions of years ago. We just at this point, the Big Bang is kind of just an assumption. It's just a hyper educated guess on how everything started. But at the same time, the Bible, which was over 2,000 years old, also says the same thing, that the world began. And this information was given to those after, when we were more evolved, mind you. So it's okay to understand. So I mean, heck, I love science. I love science. Science is what allows me to be a cook like I am. Science is what allowed me to pass my physics exam and be the only one that was able to hit a target on my catapult. Science is a thing that literally allows me to understand the physiology of the body and be able to, be the nurse in my house as much as I am. Science has allowed me to understand a lot of things, but all this understanding of science was given by God. I mean, hell, even science, that could probably be one of the things that we learned when we were, damned into sin. One of those things that was just, our eyes was just open to, that we honestly didn't need, because in the beginning, Adam and Eve was just literally living in peace and nothing, and they didn't need anything. Nothing was going on because everything was already provided to them by God. But honestly, when you think about it, when you think about the questions that's being asked about Christianity, when you revert it and ask, well, then why do you believe what you believe? And you have nothing, or you just kind of like just go on a whim. It's like, oh, well, I guess. Well, this book here has thousands of years of evidence of events that happened, of things that happened. So why wouldn't you just believe that versus what recent philosophers, scientists are just assuming and thinking and theorizing that happened? It's kind of weird. It's kind of interesting. But interesting video nonetheless. Once again, Charles Kirk nailed it on the head. She came with an agenda. I think that maybe she could actually, be converted, not converted, but she could have some change in heart, or maybe actually take some consideration just based off of this conversation, if she was legit. I know at first she wasn't thinking about it at all, but as he continued to pry into her questions and kind of reversing it back to her, because he had an answer, but she didn't. I think that alone can make somebody really think like, yo, why is it that I don't have an answer about a lot of this stuff? There's a reason for that. There's a higher being that has an understanding of all of these things. So me just pulling this up really quick. It says in Ecclesiastes chapter 15, verse 5, as you do not know the way the spirit comes to the bones in the womb of a woman with child, so you do not know the work of God who makes everything. There's still so much that we do not understand in this world. But there's a higher being that does understand it, because he's the one that made all of this. And if you want to learn more, just go ahead and open up a Bible and take a dabble. Not saying that you got to sit here and dive deep head first, but just start somewhere. Start with Matthew to see who Jesus is, because at the end of the day, Jesus is the way to heaven. Solidify that at least first before you want to go back and dive into, let's say, the Old Testament. But if you want to start from the beginning and work your way up. But it's imperative to know that Jesus is the only way to salvation into heaven. Is the absolute only way. And you got to accept them, but you have to truly accept them. And you know you truly accept them when you do what he has commanded us to do. And you follow the way that he's instructed us to follow. And you'll find that in Matthew. But anyways, interesting video, y'all. If y'all like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get the channel up to 1K. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.